Hey everyone, for today's video, I'll be talking about the newest Ultra Luck trial that comes to the game, and that's going to be HAKURO's Ultra Trial. Like the others, he's also a Luck 140 unit, and compared to all of the Ultra trials I've played, this is definitely the easiest so far. But I'll go throughout the stage and talk about it anyways. And like with all easy missions, to make it hard they included a time requirement to full clear, as well as iframes. So you're going to want a high damaging team to fly through the stage, although you also need no deaths, so you need to have survivability as well. Moving on to the beginning though, the first wave is just going to have a couple of basic mobs. They don't do anything special, so you're just going to want to play like normal and use this time to start your team up. After that, you'll move on to wave 2, where a shinobi and basic mob will be. The shinobi has light killer as well as a passive heal and takes damage up while diseased. The light killer isn't too bad, so you don't need to worry about not having any. And as for disease, I wouldn't recommend it since there aren't really any good disease units, and you're better off just using a damager or damage buffer. As for the last wave though, wave 3, you'll come across both the boss HAKURO as well as the shinobi mob from the second stage. The shinobi has the same passives as before, light killer, health recovery, and a weakness to disease. HAKURO can spawn the shinobis every time he arts, as well as at each threshold, but he can only have up to 5 at a time, so even if it's maxed and he hits a threshold, he can't spawn any more than 5. As for HAKURO, he has reflection, lifesteal, and arts gauge drain resist. He also has 100% crit resistance and demon killer. The more shinobi that he spawns, the higher his crit rate goes as well. For the shinobis, if there is more than one of them on the field, you're only able to attack one at a time, so even if you use all your attacks on one, the second will be unaffected unless there's some leftover damage after killing the first shinobi. But anyways, up to the 50% HP threshold, it's fairly easy besides the occasional shinobi that'll spawn in, so make sure to deal with them as they come, because waiting too long will make HAKURO do too much damage from the stacking crit rate. But once you hit the 50% HP threshold, he'll summon 5 shinobi and have like 2 seconds of iframes. This is dangerous considering that he's now guaranteed to crit against you, so you want to make sure to wipe them out quickly before he heals your entire team. At 30% HP, he'll summon 2 shinobis this time, and then increase his damage, and this will continue for the 20%, 10%, and 0% HP thresholds as well. But you do want to be careful, because at each of these thresholds, he'll activate his true art and gain complete immunity during the course of it, so none of your attacks will do anything to him until after it. But as he stacks damage at each threshold, you want to make sure that you're either shielding or healing against it, because even without shinobi active to buff his crit rate, he's still doing a ton of damage from the damage buffs alone. But anyways, make sure you're getting rid of the shinobi and speeding through each threshold to get that full clear. After getting through all the other thresholds and getting to the 0% threshold, he'll do the same true art as before and then die shortly thereafter. This attack can certainly do some damage, so be sure to have your defense equips or heals active to counteract the damage. And with that, the mission's finally over. That's all there is to it. It's mostly just doing a lot of damage in a short amount of time for that full clear. But alongside that, do make sure that you have some damage resist or heals, as the later parts of the wave do quite a bit of damage. Some units that you'd want to run to make a team include healers like HAKURO or Mako, shielders such as Shiro, Sandstone, Fatoria, and Sistina, strong damagers like Fire Orville, War God Fen, Saber, Miyu, Mikey, or basically any really strong DPS. And the last slot can change depending on what you need. If you want, you can run another Archgener, or you can bring a damage buffer to help your main DPS. It's really easy to change your team around here. But if you do need help making a team, be sure to ask me down below and I'll try to help you make one. If you did enjoy the guide, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts about the stage as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.